Good morning. Can folks hear you now, Alejandra? Hi, Paul. Hey, Paul, can you unmute and say something?
Hi. Hello.
Say something again.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, can you up the volume in the Gampa? Thank you. Paul, can you say something again? Good morning, Venerable Tenzin Lamo. Good morning. Can someone on Zoom unmute and say something? We're testing the levels of sound.
How's that? Is that better?
That's better. Yeah. Thank you, Paul.
I'm still in the uptake.
Can everyone hear you, Alejandra? Maybe, sort of. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes when I've messed with my computer, I've muted it because I have to mute it when I'm here. So having them check things like that, you know. And good morning to everyone here in the Gampa. It's 10:27. Geshe should be arriving soon, so if everyone can find a spot and start to settle in, that'd be great. If you do have a cell phone and haven't already silenced it, you can do that now. So I have a quick announcement. Some of you might already know that today, after Geshe-la's teachings, we will have a community engagement event here in person. So if you're on Zoom and want to come, then, just dash on over after the teachings. I know a lot of you are not local. But thanks for joining us. We always like seeing you on Zoom and on YouTube. So thanks for our online presence as well as our in-person presence. But our community engagement event will be following the teachings, and it's an opportunity for those of us in volunteer roles already, like myself, can tell you a little bit more about our area, and then we want to hear back from you. Like, what do you want to see at your center? This is everyone's center, not just mine, just Geshe, as he says, but everyone. So we want to hear back from you as well, and we'll see what we can do from there. So after the teachings, there'll be further instructions on how that's going to work. But if you want to stick around, I encourage you to do so. So please do so.
Good morning, Linda, and everyone.
Good morning, Gio. Morning, Dan, Maria, Rhiannon, yeah, and everyone else. Good morning. Good morning to folks on YouTube as well.
Yeah, good to see you as well. What'd you go for? What'd you go for? So one for gel. Food? Probably 6 to 9. Okay. So is it like? No. Is it
Jaya has it. Okay, Geshe has arrived. He's walking around the stupa. He'll be in momentarily.
So in the Gold Prayer Book, please turn to page 34, and we'll chant Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Te ata mune mune ma muna soha. Te ata mune mune Mahamanaye Soha. Te ata mune mune Mahamanaye Soha. Now also on the same page, Medicine Buddha's verse of praise and mantra, Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis-like. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Now the 4 measurables, also on the same page, 3 times. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. All right, let's see. And now turn to page 37, and we'll recite Chen Reizig's verse of praise and mantra. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings. To you, Chen Reizig, all seeing one, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Now the verse of praise and mantra for Green Tara on page 37. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from the 8 fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate the liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Now Geshe will lead us in the refuge and bodhicitta prayer, which is on page 34.
Good morning. Good morning. If you haven't slept well last night, want to take nap, then good nap. Let's go. So, just want to say a few words. The prayer, that I'm going to lead here is short. I'll take a few, like maybe 1 minute. So that whether you can follow or say the prayer or not, it's okay, you don't have to say it because you are here. Don't say it because you are here. So the purpose, the point of saying this prayer is to set up positive intentions, being here, being present in this, temple. So then to set up positive motivations, the best, I'm here to benefit, or work for well-being of living beings, to benefit. So positive intentions, okay? Positive thought. So if you can do that, so then if you don't say the prayer, it's okay. That's the whole reason why you say, Or you can say the prayer by thinking chocolate chip cookie. So then it's just mumbling the words. There's not much meaning. All right? So I myself, I'm like trying to set up motivation. So whatever I'm going to share with you today, only purpose to benefit, that's all. Not worry how well I present myself. This is not object of concern. Here, the object of concern is the well-being of all mother living beings. That's all. That's the primary object of the concern here. That's the only thing you think, nothing else. How well you're going to receive by people, how well you present yourself, and those not important. What is important here is the motivation, okay? Sanje chodang soji chonam chanju pa dagi chushi jimya sonam dola pe Sanje chodang soji chushi jimya sonam dola me Sanje chodang chanju pa dagi chushi jimya dola pe 하다라 메메나 미야지 오만은 자진라서 취지 좀 잡아지만 산제 송라라도 시진데비 좀 만데다시 담배 취지는 디시지 나몰하에게 달로 다니는 게 좀보다는 미 근단로 군이라는 뭐 탐제게도 다 최대도 관계 도전이도 냈다 왔던 거 고담대로 장세로 So When I look here, I can't see any of you. I have to look here, so then you think I'm not looking at you. Kind of complication here now. So then anybody watching on YouTube, so good morning. Maybe short, maybe 5-hour meditation, just short. Only 5 hours. Short meditations. How long it takes to milk the cow? Milking the cow? How long it takes? Huh? I did it, but I was like 5 or 6, I don't remember. How long it takes to milking the cow? Anybody have any idea? Huh? 5 minutes. Pai numa tembe yun tsam yangs. Yun means period. Time. Time while you're milking the cow, say 5 minutes. Minutes, minute means our mind doesn't sit still. Let's say even 5 minutes. In the text it says time of milking the cow. Say that's 5 minutes. Then this is like oh, mind can be very wild and very crazy. No, it's like powerful as an elephant. You know, physical, very powerful. So that mind is like that, can be very wild or can be so calm, peaceful, very gentle, or can be very wild, like, you know. Elephant is kind of like scary, but you know, crazy elephant, that's probably more scary. When the elephant become crazy, so it's not good to be encountered. Mind is like a wild elephant does not sit still even 5 minutes or during the milking the cow. It's hard to achieve anything. It's hard to achieve anything. Therefore, everyone, long as you have mind, doesn't matter, like you believe or not believe, doesn't matter, long as you have mind. So it's important to here, there. I think it's important to engage into the silent moment, at least a few minutes here, there. So then, you know, eventually, over time, you could become better. You could become better. I think it's not good enough just to say breathe. How you say here, like when people get like so anxious, what people say, calm down.
Just breathe.
Just breathe, calm down. That's, I think not enough. There's not enough information. So now the question is how to calm down. Yeah, breathe, we all know. You don't need to tell how to breathe, everybody knows, everybody. We all breathe. 21,000 times a day, believe it or not, we breathe in and out 21,000 times a day. So now calm down. Physically, there's nothing to calm down. How you calm down physically, I'm not sure how you calm down. That refers to something deep inside. Anxiety, anxious, stress, this is all not part of the physical thing, it's all very deep inside. Part of the, you know, like awareness, part of the awareness, part of the thought. In the first place, why you get so anxious, so why you're like so anxious or anxiety? Anxious. So then after that come anxiety. Which one come first?
You feel anxious, but
Then-
anxiety is
Okay.
like the noun,
Okay.
I guess.
You are anxious. Because there are so many things happening in the mind. So many things happening that you are worried about something. You may you have to go to present or maybe do some presentations or maybe teach that you are so worried about like how well you are going to be received, how well you are going to present, all of that. Of course, that we are all trying to be perfect, even though there is no perfect. Nothing is perfect. But we are trying so hard to be perfect. So according to Buddhism, perfection is beyond, it's called liberations. It's called liberation, nirvana. That is perfections. This side, there's nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Everything comes with the complications. So need to understand that. Why you need to understand that? To make sure that you didn't get surprised or like shocked. Oh no, it's right from the beginning. It's like that, but need to be aware. Oh. So. So right now, the life, if you sit, take your time, sit back, think, life is very much controlled by thought. Is that true? My life is very much controlled by my thought. I don't control my thought controls me. So, then unfortunately, out of let's say 100 thoughts, every day there rise only 100 thoughts. Out of them, how many of them are positive? And how many of them are disturbing thought? Now you wonder why you are not happy, why you are not in peace. You may say, oh, because of my neighbors always, every Saturday, Sunday morning, use the lawnmower. Lawnmower is too loud. When I look at them, they're wearing some kind of headphone. They couldn't hardly hear, but I'm the only one who hear all this noise. Then why? Then in order to create so much stories, then you are kind of like tighter and tighter yourself on that, so that it's always somebody else. It's always somebody else. That never ends. It never ends. It never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. So, something, samadhi, or concentrations, that is the one is very much needed. Even like 5 minutes doing somebody milking the cow, even 5 minutes, if you can sit still, be with yourself, be present. That's exactly what it means, be present, focus. You can be present, it's easy to say, practically you can't be present if you don't focus. How you can be present? Okay, it's impossible. How you can be present? Be within, what that means, it means focus, that's all, focus. Concentrate. Where, like how to concentrate? Concentrate means like don't think like 100 different things. Then it's not concentrate, because the energy or attention has been divided. You can't be present if your attention has been divided. You need to learn how to place all your attention onto one single object. One single object. Of course, can be chocolate chip cookie from Whole Food. You can focus on that. There's nothing wrong. Or could be your cat, or it could be anything. Just one. Can be like chocolate chip cookie plus or vanilla ice cream. Then can be like that. It has to be just one. One. So now you are learning a technique how to gain control over your thought. That's what you're doing. Something similar on juice. So that is the, unfortunately, that's the only way to calm your mind down. Calm your mind down. That's how you say, calm your mind down? Here, last Sunday, what I said, Nawa Pimpin, that's how it sounds in Tibetan. Nawa appearances. It's not this, it's not that. It doesn't have shape, it doesn't have color. Nawa Pimpin very much sounds like space. Space. And here in America, you say, not me, you say like space between thought. You understand? Space between thought. So what do you mean like space between thought? Is this space between thought, does it look like something? No. Nawa Pimpi. What is the best way to be? What is the best way to focus? Space between thought, what's the best way to focus? What kind of condition, circumstance be needed in order to succeed? In order to succeed in that, concentration, meditations. Worry, concern, worry, concern. Worry about something yesterday, worry about something future, like worry. This is not the best way to concentrate. It's not the best way to concentrate. Expectations. This 5 minutes is 5 minutes, the period of milking the cow, that is solely dedicated to be present, nothing else. Expectations, concern, nothing to analyze. There's nothing. There's just space. There's nothing. There's no shape, no color, nothing to analyze. Don't overanalyze, don't analyze at all. Be there, wander. No. Deliberately, voluntarily, you decided to do that. So then make sure that you don't get wander, then otherwise your meditation become like chicken meditations. Chicken, bird, so they can sit, some bird can sit on 1 feet, long period of time, closing eye. Is that meditation? That's hard to say. Hard to say. The goal of meditations, the hope behind meditation or power of meditation, reduce disturbing thought. That's why you meditate. Otherwise, why you meditate? Why you meditate in the first place? No reason. Because disturbing thought, whenever it rises, whenever the disturbing thought rises, you are disturbed, meaning you are not in peace. What people do, if they are not happy, they are not in peace, probably they are not going to do something good. Because you are not in peace. That's what's called disturbing thought. You get disturbed. This is only mental things. So as I mentioned last Wednesday, I don't remember when you go to hotel, so there's few things that you can hang outside your door. And one of them is called don't disturb. You can hang that outside. In the meanwhile, you can fight inside. That you are very much disturbed. But in putting that outside, it's always like believing that somebody else disturbs you, that your mind never, it's not like, even then, there's always risk that you could disturb yourself. Putting that sign outside the door doesn't guarantee that you are not going to be disturbed, but we have hope. It's like somebody, you don't want somebody else to disturb you, but meanwhile, your mind is disturbing you. You are not aware, but that doesn't all count or something like that. It's unfortunate. There's nothing to analyze, just pause. Without wandering mind, just pause there, short time. See what happens. See what happens. So okay, so next 5 minutes we just focus. Space between thought, we just and see what happens. Or 5 minutes, or maybe 2 minutes, 1 minute, I'm not sure, like we'll try. So I just explained, so that's what we do. Nothing more to explain, okay? Now, the second, how to look at, like where you're looking, space between thought, that's where you're looking at. How to look at that, what's the best way to look at that? or like 2-year-old or maybe 1-year-old baby. So when they look at puchung, child like baby or puchung, hakang, they use example as a temple, but doesn't have to be temple. I think why they use temple as an example in the text, in the scriptures, because you see a temple, so many colorful things hanged, all kinds of things. You know, you tend to look, oh, what is this, what is that? When you bring the baby in the temple, they just look at. They don't say anything, they just look at. They see something, they don't label, they just look at as exactly as it appears. Nothing to comment, nothing to judge. We don't look at things like that. We don't. We have opinions. We like to comment, feedback. Sometimes people purposely ask feedback. You can't ask the feedback from baby. There's no feedback. Puchung, hakang, tashin shas. That's exactly how you should look at space between thought like that. Nothing to comment, nothing to judge, nothing. Just look at, just see as it is, just see as it appears. That's all. That's the best way to place your attentions to space between thought. That's the best way to look at space between thought. It's like that, like baby. You know, before they develop language skill, they don't label. They just look at as exactly as it appears. Exactly as it appears. Like that. Oh, that's if your question is, what's the best way to play it? It's like that. Puchung, hakang, tashin shas. Something else to say. Oh, see, before, the mind is like a murky water. This is not the nature of water. It's become murky. It's not the nature of water. It become murky. It's not begin like that. You know, so Mayo Tambe Chunang, the meditation kind of began like that. So eventually it become clear, still water. There's the hope that your meditation become like clear, still water. So the whole idea of this meditation is to understand, is you to understand, us to understand conventional nature of awareness. What is the conventional nature of awareness? It's not something that you think, oh, anger or jealousy. None of that. It's just like crystal clear, still water. That's the conventional nature of the water. So this meditation actually designed for that us to understand or to recognize or to be aware the conventional nature of awareness. So now there's another nature. It's called like ultimate nature of the awareness. What is that? It's pure. Nothing else. It's pure. Right from the beginning, it's been pure, but it's been clouded by all this disturbing thought that you are not having any accessing that, or not having any success to accessing that, because like all like clouded by all kinds of disturbing thought. So then, according to the instruction or the scriptures, Mayo Tambe Chunantus, it's become like still crystal clear water, not become like that. So there's like tiny fish, tiny fish, navigating under the water without disturbing the water, meaning meditation has not been disturbed. But you see the fish, tiny fish. What is that? That's like separate set of awareness. Separate set of awareness. It's not that hard to understand. I said last time that when you walk, when you take walk. When you take walk in the park with your friend, you are aware what your friend is saying. At the same time, you are aware the very path you are walking on. There's two different awareness rise simultaneously. One that looking at, one that you are being aware. Whenever you are being aware, there's awareness involved. You're being aware what person is saying, your friend is saying, you're being aware what the path, that you make sure you don't tip or knock down your friend or knock down yourself or something like that. So there's tiny fish like separate set, separate awareness that been generated. What that separate set of awareness doing in this life, so much history of this life is very much tied with notion of self. Now question boils down how you define self. We have many ideas. Different part of the world, people have different ideas, but we have ideas, all kinds of ideas. Now you ask yourself questions, how you define self, how you define self. Maybe not having clear understanding of nature of self, maybe it does cause so much problems that you are not aware. You never educate yourself. Maybe there's something's missing. So we are probably missing something, not thinking how to define self. So now I will just live there. So then it's your job to analyze. I'm not going to say this or that. So just ask yourself, how you define? Oh, I'm called John. That's not good enough. How you define John? How you define? So so then after this meditation, if your meditation becomes like clear, still water, then just the purpose of this tiny fish is to analyze nature. You analyze the self. What do you mean self? We say I'm not happy, I'm happy, I'm this, I'm that, like all of that. How you define? Do you correctly understood the very I, each time when you say I, do you have some clear understanding or some clue, or like just say, doesn't mean much, just say or feel like that's the way it is? Okay, so just want to share. So after that, if your meditation becomes like still clear water, so then probably you kind of experience the conventional nature of your mind awareness. So then after that, ultimate nature of, in order to analyze the ultimate nature of your awareness, first you need to understand the nature of self, how to identify yourself. Okay, so then that's your job. Sorry to say, so I cannot do so. So now, carrying these books, last two Sunday never opened. So maybe it's time to open this book. This book is written by 14th Dalai Lama, His Holiness Dalai Lama. So we have a few minutes. The first. It's also very important. Here it's called Chanchuk Sim. That's the first chapter or sections. Chanchuk Sim. Changchup, Changchup means like enlightenment. Enlightenment is called Changchup. Sim is like Sim literally means mind. Mind. So here the mind, the desire for full enlightenment, For what? In order to benefit. In order to benefit. The only purpose is to benefit. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing more. To benefit. Bodhicitta. So then I think the Professor Robert Thurman, some of you know, who used to teach Columbia University in New York City. He probably called. So then when I thought about that, it that makes sense. This what the term that he used, meaning-wise, it makes perfectly sense. Enlightened self-interest. Enlightened self-interest make perfect sense, meaning-wise, but that's not how it worded. That's not how it worded in the scriptures, but that's like how he understood. So when I analyze, and yeah, it served the meaning of bodhicitta, enlightened self-interest, bodhicitta. That is the first chapter. So I think people have books, maybe.
Some, Geshe. I found it on Amazon, but you have to get it used.
Yeah, but I'm not asking you to buy the book, so I'm just telling this book it looks like it's translated into English.
Yes.
If you're interested.
Yes. And so it is called in English, it's called The Joy of Living and Dying in Peace, Core Teachings of Tibetan Buddhism.
So, I probably should, I could talk without looking at the book, because I became monk when I was 7 years old. Most of my life in the monastery, so I spent most of my life not just hang out there. I study Dharma. I did so many other things that's not real Dharma, but I did study. I studied Dharma there. So oh, yeah. Sanjay Chulu la cha chuenas, the first word. Sanjay Chulu means Buddhism. If you take Buddhism as an example, that's what His Holiness says. Khan nang de ji tsoship tang, nang samlo jongtan nis. Khan nang de means focus within, look inward, not outward, look inward. Tsoship means analyzing, or maybe analyzing, hoping to find something. Nang samlo jongtars, training of mind, or mind training. The mind is always referred to inward, it's not outside. So that's in Buddhist scriptures, in Buddhist teachings. So that the mind training, looking inward, is considered as something very important practice. That's what His Holiness said. Sanjigi chuluji tazuchi. So then another way of looking from the Buddhist point of view, the teachings, listening, teaching. The very purpose of listening, teaching, Sonia Tsamshi Chedu members, it's not like just sake of learning something new. It's not just that. It's not just sake of learning something new. So this is like solely dedicated to train our mind. That's what it's for. It's not just merely learning something new. Not for that. It's just solely, the whole purpose is to training our mind. That's what it's already said. So what we call in Buddhist point of view, what we call Buddha nature. You could say God-given potential, whatever level you call, doesn't matter. Ultimate nature is not evil as we think. Unfortunately, we don't think many good things about ourselves. We don't think many good things about ourselves. And not just that, in some case, unfortunately, that people say you hear, being here 22 years, you hear like, oh, I hate myself. That's like, what? That's like heartbreaking to hear like, you hate yourself, so like maybe something to do with the culture, I don't know. Anyway, you do hear things like that. Ultimate nature, from the Buddhist point of view, it's called Buddha nature. It's like the diamond under the ground. You can't say there's no diamond because you don't see it, because it's covered by dirt or maybe some cloth. But diamond is inside there, it's there. It's not about whether you see or not, it is there, it is there. There also example been used in some other texts. So if you train your mind, maybe there's possibilities that you discover this diamond that buried under the ground. It's there, but you did not discover, didn't learn how to discover, and just strongly believe it's not there. It's not there. It's just evil. Nature is evil. What do you get out of that? Nothing. Why you do? Don't know. So some of the words, sorry, I'm eating up. I'm eating on. I'm just eating. Because, can you imagine, the last 22 years you talk. So then, so it's become so familiar with you, so you don't mind to talk. Some of them, if you're reading, some of it's not there, so I'm just eating there. So, okay, ultimately, our true nature is called Buddha nature from the Buddhist point of view. Whatever you call it is pure. It's pure. It's never been contaminated right from the beginning. It's just pure. It's just pure. Rangsem la kanga soji jun na po rangsem, your mind. Things that cause pain, anxiety, things that cause your mind pain. Many things. Yeah, thinking is very much needed. Thinking is very much needed. Deep thinking, very much needed. I'm saying those things. This is needed, very much needed. Otherwise, we react right away. Otherwise, we become like ticking time bomb, walking like time bomb. Small things just get so angry. If you really analyze, it's not that dramatic. It's not that serious because you just made it up. Unbelievable. Every little thing bothers you because you become so sensitive. It's not good for you. Just forget about religion. Just set aside religious belief. It's for yourself. It's not good for you. That's why you should not do. Not sake of religion. It's not good for you. Why you do something that's not good for you? Time to be awake. Time to be awake. Don't sleep. You are doing a lot of things. Sleeping is not helping you. You need time to wake up. So that's why I've been saying last few months, whenever you engage yourself in the spiritual practice, don't just think about religious, think with religious mind. Just think that you are helping yourself. That's all, nothing else. You are trying to help yourself. That's all. That's your moral responsibility. To help yourself, that's your moral responsibility. Then you can say, oh, I love myself, I care about myself. Then you can say, because you are doing something that try to help yourself, then you can say, I love myself. So then it has some weight. It means something. Then they just talk that I love myself. And then, okay. Linda, time finished? Almost.
Couple more minutes.
Yeah, so probably
If you want.
probably finish now. So I have something here. So now everything that you see here, all of this. Some of you think, oh, this is like his center. This is not my center. This is not my center. It does not belong to me. I'm just here to do my Mickey Mouse show every Sunday. So last 22 years, that's my job. Yeah, you can say, oh, that's his job. That's my job. That's correct. Anything else, maintenance, finance, everything else, by board directors, people select. And like I remember vividly, the first evening that when I arrived here in 1999, and I told at the center that not here, there's like small basement in somewhere in office building. I make it very crystal clear. I don't want to involve in any finance issues. I just want to get out of that right from the beginning. I made that very crystal clear. So last 22 years, I have almost no clue or very little clue. Everything here you see, all of this is purely done by voluntary. Each time when I come in, when I see this floor, donated by one lady, one of my friends, she hardly comes at the center. She told me something that's kind of stuck in my mind. She said, my mother gave me this life. Dharma gave me I. She donated this floor. She doesn't, now she's gone many years ago. But I do remember, not every single time, frequently I remember when I see the very floor that we are sitting is donated by pure voluntary donated. So everything here is like all. So what I want you to see is like this is our center. This is not Geshe Gelek center. It's not my center. That's the truth. It's our center. There are so many people. Last 22 years came, go, then this is the result of collective energy, consciousness, dedications of people, good people who want to do something for Buddha Dharma or for the communities. So that's how this center survived. And take this moment to thanks, bottom of my heart, express my gratitude to each and every one of you. And a lot of them are not here, not around. A lot of them probably living in different states or maybe out of the countries. So that's how the center survived. That's how we provide service, different classes service. So then whatever ways that, you can volunteer for the center, for the greater cause. We don't like our mission is not convert somebody to that's not our mission. I said it very clearly. If somebody requested to give refuge vow, I do give, so, but this the mission of this center is not convert somebody to somebody, just, so get together, then talks about being kindness. That's the most important thing, being kindness is the most important thing. And using Buddhist teaching as a tool, so then, promote that, being kind, treat each other well, so you get maximum benefit. That's what I've been talking last 22 years. So whatever you do here, whatever you volunteer, is for that cause, okay? So, so this, again, the Linda, also she's also purely volunteering voluntary here, so doesn't get paid out of pure heart. So today there's like, after the class, there's events, dedicated to talk about voluntary. So whatever ways you can volunteer, then please do. So, and then from my side, I always pray at my home. Always pray, for your health, prosperities, and success in any type of spiritual practice that you do. Then success for that. I pray every single day, every single day, every single day I do. So there's then I know how to do, and I'm trying to do it well. So there's my voluntary contributions. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Geshe.
Yeah,
Now turn to page 246, and we'll read the dedication verses from Master Shantideva, Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain a notion of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now page 244 and 245, the long life prayers first for His Holiness on page 244. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chen Rezik Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And 245 for Khyentse Rinpoche, Jetsun Losang Dalek. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age. The one with great patience who received the name Avatare. The one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lamon Tsongkhapa on Bliss and Void, Lama, ornament of the Yellow Hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. Then on page 244 for Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as a bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjana's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And then 7 green Tara mantras for Geshe-la and Geshe samples, long, happy, healthy lives. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Thanks, everyone. If you want to stick around, we're going to take about a 15-minute break or 10-minute break, and then we will start at 11:45 back here in the Gampa for the community engagement event. Thanks, everyone.